Hi, and welcome to this second video about pronouncing the flapped T in American English. My name is Leanne, and I am an accent coach with All About Accents. This video is designed for intermediate to advanced English speakers, English language learners, who would like to speak more confidently and fluently using accent reduction strategies. The first video on YouTube went over the flapped T, what it is, and the three general patterns for where you see the flapped T. This video is a little bit different. We are going to go over 10 words with the flapped T between vowels, as well as sentence practice. And these practice words and practice sentences are all a sample from my course that is coming out about pronouncing the American English T. So if you're interested, if you like this video, please click like, please subscribe, and please stay tuned allaboutaccents.com for updates about the T course, which is going to come out, as well as filling out the contact form if you are interested in a free 30-minute accent one-on-one consultation. Let's go over a brief review about what the flapped T is, if you haven't seen the video previously, or if you want to review what the flapped T is for practice, and then we will jump into some words and sentences. So as it was discussed, the flapped T sounds like a quick D sound, and it is very prominent, very common with American English speakers in an American English pronunciation. So, for example, I gave this example in the last video, but a word like city, it's spelled with a T, and I'm not saying city with the T, but I'm saying it more with a quick D sound. My tongue is in the same place as city, but it's a quick D, city. And also, there are three general patterns in American English for where the flap T occurs. This was discussed in the last video as well extensively. Today we are going to practice 10 words that follow the first pattern, which means that the T is between two vowel sounds, so you are going to flap the T, such as in city. American English pronunciation patterns almost always have exceptions, as you are probably aware. So, for example, we are talking about how a T sound between two vowel sounds in general is a flapped T, with less sounding like a quick D. But of course, there are exceptions where you might find the T sound, the T between two vowels, and it's actually not a flapped T. So my example that I'm going to give right now, I love to find exceptions. I get very excited, I take note of it, I give it to students, and I also encourage students to find your own exceptions and get excited about finding exceptions to these general patterns and rules. My exception that I'm going to give here is the word politics or politician. All of these words have this T sound in it, but with politics, I'm actually not flapping the T, even though this T is between two vowel sounds. I'm not saying politics. I'm saying politics with more of the general regular T sound. So that is one example of an exception. If you come up with more exceptions, please comment, leave these exceptions in the comments below, because it helps open discussion and helps other students become aware of listening for the flap T and what other exceptions students find. Here is the short excerpt from the American English T course that is coming out on All About Accents. This excerpt is from Module 1, and it is going over the flapped T just between the two vowel sounds, not going over the flap T yet in other patterns where you might find it in American English. These excerpts are going to have first 10 single words, which I am going to say and have you repeat. After that, there's going to be 10 sentences with these exact same words so that you could practice now the flapped T from the single word and then putting it into a longer sentence to see if it carries over the flap T. So I encourage you, especially with the sentence part of the 10 sentences, go ahead and pause and repeat it, because this exercise is really for the student to become aware of what the flapped T sounds like, what it feels like, and the patterns. Since I'm not there to give you live feedback, you could follow the model that I'm giving as a native speaker. So here with word number 1, same word as my example, city. And word number 2, and repeat, university. Cited. Competitive. Associated. Clarity. Simplicity. Availability. Motivated. And try again listening with number 9, motivated. This flap T occurs twice, in the first T and in the second T. So I'll say it again and have you repeat. Motivated. Better. Here we go. I am going to read number 1 and go ahead and pause after each sentence, and you can practice repeating after my model. Again, really concentrating on the flapped T, but you could also listen to my other sounds and my intonation as well. Here we go, number 1. She always dreamed of living in New York City. Maria plans to attend university after graduating from high school. The researcher cited many examples for her theory. Thomas is a talented and competitive athlete. There are many risks associated with this procedure. There is a lack of clarity in the legal contracts, and they should be revised. Simplicity is key for clear communication. Access and availability to basic health care needs to be improved. Andrea is motivated to speak English more fluently with her friends. The weather today is a lot better than yesterday, so let's go to the park. Really excellent job making it through the 10 single word repetition as well as the repetition of the 10 sentences. And I hope that you were able to feel the flapped T as well as start to recognize this pattern. And my recommendation is that you go out and start listening to this flapped T, whether it's in music or in American English TV shows that you may watch or news. You will start picking up and hearing that many American English speakers use this flap T very regularly. So please go ahead and you can send me an email, leanne@allaboutaccents.com, if you're interested in a free 30-minute one-on-one consultation. And again, go ahead to allaboutaccents.com and stay tuned for the full American English T course. It will contain 6 modules, which really go over the different pronunciations, the different variations of the T sound. And this was just a little excerpt with just words and just sentences, but we really get into deep into linking strategies, really get into dialogues and readings, and all of these T's in the course with the download material are color coded so that you start picking up on the variations of the pronunciation with the color code, and you could follow along to help you recognize these variations. So thank you again, and I hope that you found it helpful.